gentlemen, welcome back to Listen, I'm a Barber podcast. And this one was a must-do for the Cherry Hill Tattoo Convention. I'm here with one of our originals, day one, our guys from Euphoria, and the guy that just has brought this whole, you'll see the concept in a second, but brought this whole amazing concept to life through his brand and his business. Rob, welcome on. Thanks for coming on, brother.
I appreciate it. Love being here. Cherry Hill for the third year. You know, definitely great vibe, great friends, and just getting bigger and better every year.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Like to see where it started and like where it's at now.
Oh, completely. You know, seeing the vendors, the tattoo artists, everybody grow, get more tatted every year. You know.
Absolutely. But dude, I really wanted to talk about Euphoria because your presence here has, I mean, you pretty much win booth of the year every year. Like the vibrancy, the colors, you know, it definitely speaks to your personality. But can you explain to people what your goal is, you know, because you come here with such passion and you come here with like all this energy and you're always moving. Like, I don't see you stop all day. Like what's driving you to get there? You know what I mean? Because this is cool.
So years ago, 2015, I started the business Euphoria with a little life savings I had from, you know, grandparents passing away and family. Started it getting into the China glass world, you know, like a regular traditional smoke shop.
I love glass.
Glass in general is, you know, amazing. The art, techniques, the time that it takes to put in, and, you know, started getting bigger names in the doors, building a name for myself, and deciding to work hand in hand with the artist, have them come into the studio and do demos with us, live glass blowing, really teaching people what it's about, you know, the art, lessons, everything.
I love that you have like a passion for glass. Like I have over 50 bongs, like work pieces of glass, like in my collection right now. And when people see it, they're like, why? And I'm like, aside from like they all smoke out of, like, I love the art behind it. Like, sure. You know, you could go to a small shop and, you know, get your regular cylinders, you know, small stuff. Like when you start seeing the way the artists shape the piece, like they're putting so many details in it. It's like, it sucks that it is so expensive, but like I do have a couple pieces that I have that just, they made sense to have from like a personal perspective. Like I love the glass world and I love that you have the same passion.
You know, it's just like anything else, paintings, tattoos, you pay for what you get, you know, you're with it forever. That's the goal.
Yeah.
So, you know, you want to buy quality over quantity, and
glass is scary that way.
Yes.
It's super scary.
Definitely. Very delicate.
Yeah. I have a bong, my buddy Alex made me. He's from Vino Glassworks.
Okay.
And I don't know if he's still doing it, but I said to him one day, I'm like, yo, how custom can you like make shit? And he was like, I'm good, but like, you know, don't like over exceed like what you think I could do.
Right.
And I was like, can you make me a barber clipper? Like the clipper I hold in my hand. I was like, can you make that? And he was like, give me like 2 months. And I'm like, no rush. A month later, he calls me and he's like, yo, I'm sending you this. Like, tell me what you think. And he sends me this like start of a sculpture, and he fucking made my clippers into a bong.
That's so sick.
I didn't care what the fuck he charged me. I was like, dude.
No, it's true. You killed, you know, it's my passion. It's what I wanted. You made it come to life.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, you can't put a price tag on it. I'll pay whatever, you know, it comes out to be.
I appreciate people like that, but also I saw what he put into it. You know what I mean? And same thing with you and your business, you know, to see how much effort, you know, and we're literally looking right over because you're right next to me. But, you know, like aside from glass, like what else is like your big thing? Like, you know, I know you talked about medical cards before.
Right. So we started doing medical cards. Euphoria partnered with Dr. Anthony Colantonio over in New York, doing medical cards in 2019. You know, there's benefits to it. People say that, you know, it's not necessary. We have recreational laws in both New York and New Jersey now.
Yeah.
But, you know, with the medical card, you save the tax money, which, you know, on prices nowadays, it's out the roof. With the taxes that you pay.
Taxes in general, it's ridiculous.
Tax deductible at the end of the year, you get money back for using your medication. Now, if you're on probation, parole, dealing with CPS, own a gun, you can still have your medical card and it protects you so that the marijuana that's in your urine can't be used against you.
That's a really interesting perspective because I think some people just live on the means of, nah, I don't really need it because I'm just going to smoke, but it does protect them.
Definitely, man. Listen, accidents happen, right? If you're behind the wheel and you smoked 2 weeks ago,
It's
you get
still in
into
your
an accident, it's still in your system, you can still get charged driving under an influence. Now, if you have your medical card, trying to stick that charge won't be, very easy.
Yeah. Well, I do want to stop for a quick second because you were very, very generous to bring into the interview a nice little sweet tea here.
Yes.
So how strong is this one?
So these are 75 milligrams made with distillate oil.
Is this like the coffee you gave me last year?
Yes, exactly. So it's made the same way, just made with a sweet tea.
Let's see what we got here because I'm a tea fan. I'm still a raging fan of the coffee though.
Yeah, the coffee was one of my favorites for sure.
The worst part about this is that I can't drink 75 milligrams at this moment, but God, that's fucking good, man.
It's like, Arizona iced tea. Smooth. It's
Yeah, but like I'm scared to keep drinking it because I know I'm going to the moon.
Yeah. Something to sip on for sure.
Yo, Chase, you might want to try this, dude. Like, I actually need you to get up and try this. Is so fucking good. Yeah, we're bringing Chase from behind. We got to have him in here right now. Chase, come on down. You won't drink the whole thing. Neither will I. Not at this moment. Yo, this actually, I forget what you gave me. I think it was like a orange juice or an apple juice too. I drank that in the morning on the third day of the last show, and I remember I was a little foggy. I had a couple drinks, and after drinking that, I was like, "Holy shit!" I had a fucking like resurgence.
Definitely.
But I'd like to ask you. I've had edibles and drinks to where like I've legitimately lost my shit, dude. Like I've been smoking for years, I've had edibles for years, and just some shit will literally give me a fucking full blown panic attack.
Oh, 100%.
Like, have you've had those experiences?
Definitely. I mean, some gummies where it depends where you get them from, the quality of what you put into them. Now, some of them can give people anxiety attacks, freak out. What's called in our world greening out.
Greening out.
You can get nauseous, you can get anxiety, things happen. So the way we make our edibles is we try to use a hybrid flower or concentrate. That way it balances out both worlds. You don't get too body high and tired, and you don't get the panic attacks and the greening out, so-called, from sativa strains. Now, what we also do, which is different from most other edible companies, is that we add CBD to our mixtures as well.
Oh, that's a power play.
Yes, we're adding 20 milligrams of CBD to every single strain edible that we make ourselves.
That's a very good, that's a nice healthy dose.
We've seen CBD has, helped with combating the anxiety and greening out from THC.
Yeah.
So, in seconds of a tincture activating in your system, you're back to normal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting to know that like the CBD, because I'm not big on CBD.
For sure.
I was that guy back in the day where it's like CBD, you gotta be a pussy or something.
No, it was a gimmick, that's what it was. It came out of legal weed, you can get it everywhere.
I will say one thing though, and I retrace so many years of like talking shit on it, because once I had like a higher application for CBD, that was taking away the inflammation from my joints. Like,
exactly.
And I talked shit on it for a long time, but I got my bone disorder that I was born with, and it's left me with very, very like long chronic like issues. I tell people all the time, like when they smoke with me, they'll get fucked up, and I'm like, I can keep going. Like this is literally a pain tolerance.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but the CBD actually took away the physical inflammation that was sometimes causing more pain. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. CBD is almost a better counter than smoking more weed. Sure. It's almost like caffeine. Like you want to get to the right dose without over speeding. It's like you've overdone it.
Right.
And I think with the balance of CBD, it definitely doesn't make you feel like you need to get as high.
Definitely.
I think there needs to be a clarity sometimes when you're stoned to be in this like field. It's cool to be on this shit, but there's still business to be done. There's still a focus that needs to be remained, and good products are what keep that going.
Yeah. You said it completely, pretty much what we strive for is helping the customer, helping the patient. Biggest thing is that we're in it to help both of us. I learn as they learn. And, say a patient comes in and has arthritis or a bone disorder, I'm looking for something that I've tried before that I can say helps.
try this one.
Try this one and tell me what your opinion is for this, something I've seen similar.
I like that you're in more of the perspective of like treatment because, I've been smoking for years, I called a guy, hey, how you doing? What do you got? He's like, oh, it's just good. And yeah, it's good, but it sometimes isn't good for, I need to go to sleep and it's like, oh, it made me feel great all day, but I'm smoking the same weed.
I'm high, it got me high, but I'm not just looking for high.
Yeah. I need to be creative. Like, think about the space that we're in, for the convention. And it's like to smoke like a certain type of weed could almost make me like still enjoy the high, but not be in the state that I need to be in to operate.
Definitely.
Like I actually preferred when you gave me the indica as opposed to the sativa because I was already fucking tuned up with adrenaline from just being here.
Right. So now I just brought you down a little bit, kind of balanced you out where you needed to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Fucking awesome, man. Yo, but I just want to say congratulations, just to start because, nobody in business just gets an easy ride. To build a brand, to build these things, it takes a lot of work and effort. I respect that heavily about you. And the fact that you're 3 years here supporting us each year, goes both ways, man. I'm very happy to see the successes growing for you.
100%. And I appreciate, you guys asking me to come back every year, helping me grow with you guys, the same way together mutually.
I got an idea.
Yes.
Let's go sample something outside.
We got it.
Guys,
good.
Thanks for tuning in. This is my buddy Rob from Euphoria. Check it out. We're going to put all the info in the bio below. You got to check this store out, guys. Have a good day. Thanks. Yo, solid set here.
Cool.